Yes, they
So
have.
what's it? Fucking yeah, man.
Always don't want to hear it.
Because he was asking, what's the gospel then? Yeah? And it says 2 Corinthians 4:3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost.
Yeah, man, because really, after like I explained it, even what this is how the spirit works. This guy asked us what's the gospel, but we explained the gospel and he got offended and walked off anyway.
We ain't got time for this.
You know?
John 3:16.
And you know what?
Don't argument.
Since you want to speak about John 3:16, can you read John 3:16?
Right.
It's funny because at the camp, some scholars on the side, talking shit. So, they went into John 3:16.
Right, this is John chapter 3 verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son.
Okay, now, what you need to understand is that if you go into the Greek, there's 3 different words for that word Greek, right? You have eon, oikoumene, and a cosmos. Eon means a time period of age. Cosmos means like a specific congregation, right? Oikoumene applies unto the whole entire earth. In this verse, John 3:16, right, it's cosmos, man. Right? So can you read that again?
Hashtag know your Greek.
Yeah, hashtag know your Greek.
There you go.
It says, John 3:16, for God so loved the world.
So now we understand according to the scriptures that word world there applies to a specific congregation, right? Called a world. You know, for example, you have the sports world, the entertainment world, so on and so forth world. It's specific congregations of different things in their own vibration, right? Now, what people, according to the scriptures, did the Lord say He's loved?
John 17.
No.
Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all nations, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Keep going.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you.
So he's saying that he loved Jacob, man. Go ahead.
And because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers.
Oh, so actually obtaining or being the actual and people of his love is also linked with having his promises, man. Because if you read that again, what does it say?
Because he would keep the oath which he hath sworn unto your fathers.
Which he has to keep.
Never be broken.
Never be broken.
Have the Lord brought you out of a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen.
Okay, that's right. So can you go back to John 3:16?
Back in John 3:16 it says, for the Most High so loved the world.
Oh yeah, get Romans chapter 9 and 13. If you read that quickly, then we can continue on this. Because already again, we've already established the point that the actual word there for world means a congregation, right? Which means a people. So let's see what people that, according to scriptures, he's loved.
Romans 9 and 13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved.
Go ahead.
Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
So the actual scripture says what? That he has actually loved the 12 tribes of Israel, but hated the children of Esau. Now, if he loves this whole world according to John 3:16, why did he say in Romans 9 that he hates the children of Esau? The scripture says the Lord's not. You're full of confusion. You can go back to that?
Yeah, this is back in John 3:16. For God so loved the world
which is the children of Israel, a specific congregation. Go ahead.
that he gave his only begotten son.
So part of his
And there's a reference to someone being raped.
part of his love,
Yeah, Genesis 25.
right, is sending his son down to basically die for a certain group of
He
people.
came out red, hairy
one.
Exactly.
He regular basically came out.
Keep going on that.
And stayed though. Didn't change
Hold
the
it.
form of
That whosoever
basically he didn't turn.
believeth in him should not perish,
Yeah.
but have everlasting life.
See, now that is a point where everyone goes, see, whosoever, can you get me Acts?
What is the quote?
Acts chapter 2 verse 21. And it shall come to pass that whosoever
Oh, whosoever. So like now at church, you see the pastor shouting, his garments, his suits all, his suits all rustling, the sweat beads are trickling through the glasses, the Rolex is gleaming, you know. You know, he's in the spirit. The guy's about to speak tongues after the verse.
Cuban links shaking.
and it shall come to pass that whosoever
Oh, see? Go ahead.
shall call upon the name of the Lord
Yeah.
shall be saved.
Yeah.
Ye men of Israel, hear these words.
So
Intrigues me about
it says whosoever, but then it specifies the children of Israel. So that means there are certain parts in the scriptures. Get me Deuteronomy 18 and 10.
But what does that show though? Not all Israel can receive it.
Yeah.
You know, we know, in certain scriptures we know that's the case. You know?
If I can make a quick point, if I'm in a room and I'm talking to a congregation of people, and I say to the people in the room, whosoever doeth this and that, then you pick up the book 100 years later, 200 years later, then you read it and say that pertains to the whole world. That's senseless. That doesn't make any sense.
That's out of context.
That's
man.
out of context. That's way out of context.
Supremely out of context.
Yeah, and you say that means Indians, that means Chinese, that means all of these other people. No,
It's not your
people
book.
in the room. You know, that's what they've done with the scriptures.
Yeah, and that verse in Acts 2, you know when it says that whosoever ye children of Israel hear these words, that proves that there's certain parts of the scriptures whereby even though it will say whoever, it applies to a specific congregation, not always everyone upon the face of the earth. But that's why it says in Acts 2, whosoever shall believe upon him, ye men of Israel, he hear this word, because he's speaking to the children of Israel. Now, in terms of John 3 and 16, that world is talking about is a specific congregation of the children of Israel, man. Right?
Isaiah 45 and 17.
Yeah, can you read it? Well, after this, can you read this quickly?
Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 18.
Now, this scripture will also give a clear example that not every time it says whoever, it's not every time that it applies to everyone on the earth. I'll read this.
I will raise up to them a prophet from among their brethren,
Yeah?
like unto thee.
Right? So that prophecy there is an Old Testament prophecy of the Lord coming to the 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
And I will put my words in his mouth,
Yeah?
and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him.
Yeah.
And it shall come to pass that whosoever
Yeah.
will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name,
Yeah.
I will require it of him.
And really, that's the direct precept to John 3 and 16. Because if you go down further in John 3:16, it's saying if you don't take heed to his word, you are condemned, man. Right? But that there it says what? That this prophet is from the 12 tribes of Israel, right? And that whoever among the 12 tribes of Israel doesn't hearken to his word are condemned.
Because what you people fail to consider, right? This whole book, this whole Bible is for Israelites, strictly and only. Okay? Because you go read James 1:1.
Yeah.
These letters and these epistles, they're all going around to Israelites scattered around the four quarters of the earth. Okay? This book is not meant to be picked up by every fucking Joe Blogs to be read and to consider themselves to be whosoever. These letters and these words are for Israelites, man. Out of Israel, whosoever shall hear them, they can be saved. Okay, it's not meant for the whole world to join in something that doesn't pertain to them. Like we're reading in Romans 9, who pertains to the adoption and the promises, the covenants. It's all Israel, man.
According to the flesh.
It's our book to read, to have.
So how do you know whether you're Israelite?
Romans 8.
So how do you find out?
It's proof. I'll show it to you now, bro.
Romans chapter.
No, I'm just saying anyone. Like, how would someone?
I'm about to answer
read the
Romans chapter 8, verse 16.
Right?
The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most
So
High.
it's through the Spirit of God we understand who's a part of the 12 tribes of Israel. Because the actual Spirit itself, according to the scriptures, is this word, right? So if a person comes here and like hears this word, and the Spirit is really inclined onto this word, it means that person is a part of the 12 tribes of Israel, because the 12 tribes of Israel are the people in which the Lord gave His understanding and His word to. Can you get me Psalms 147?
Psalms 147, verse 19. He showeth His word unto Jacob,
Yeah, which is the 12 tribes of Israel. Right?
His statutes and His judgments unto Israel.
So the scripture's saying the Lord only gives His word unto the 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
He have not dealt so with any nation.
He hasn't dealt so with any other people. Go ahead.
As for His judgments,
Yeah.
they have not known them.
So, going back to the scripture, the Spirit beareth witness with our spirit that we're the children of God. So if a person comes up here and hears this word, right, and it vibes with the Spirit, it means that person is a part of the 12 tribes of Israel. Because the word itself is only sent unto the Israelites. Go ahead.
Psalm 78 and 5. For He hath established a testimony in Jacob,
Which is His word,
and,
prophecy.
and appointed a law in Israel,
Yeah.
which He commanded our fathers that they should make known to their children.
Exactly. So this word throughout all time periods and all ages has been sent unto the 12 tribes of Israel. But to be a part of the 12 tribes of Israel is through the actual seed of like, you know, of your father.
So John 10 and 27, my sheep hear my voice, I know them and they follow me.
That scripture says what? Go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So to actually be a part of the sheep, you have to be an Israelite. You know?
So then is it impossible then, based on what you're saying, for someone, let's say of another race, to be an Israelite? Because you said it's by the Spirit. So it's just impossible. So just for example, let's say someone of Asian descent came here and heard and heard the scriptures and felt inclined. He felt like it resonated with them well. Would it be impossible? Or you
That means that person's an Israelite.
Oh right.
That's what I'm trying to explain.
Israelite is not necessarily by at least physical like your physical race, like
Bloodline, yes.
Being a part of the 12 tribes of Israel is a seed of men, right? This man here, Israel, was actually a man, right? However, in terms of your exterior appearance, in terms of your like skin shade or color, that doesn't matter. However, through the seed of men, you are part of the 12 tribes of Israel,
right?
Because like me, right? Let's say I go and have sex with a girl who's white, right? And let's say after that I have a son.
Right.
What color is he?
A mixture of
Now let's say
your race and her race. Yeah.
So let's say his son's all have sex with girls who are white.
Right.
What would my great grandkids eventually look like?
They'd have some,
Sorry?
they'd have like a darker complexion.
No. I'm saying, if my girl is white and I have a kid with her, if that son goes up,
They'll be mixed race.
and eventually, if that keeps happening, those kids will what? look really like.
They look a
like
lot
him.
lighter, but they would still have.
Bro, after a
Yeah,
certain
yeah,
period
right.
of time,
Right.
them kids are gonna look white.
I'll give you an example right here. This woman right here, she beat, who was it, Serena Williams or something?
Yeah.
Naomi Osaka, right?
Yeah.
Right, when she was being, the Japanese thing,
Yeah,
right, when she was being interviewed,
based
they
on-
were, no, hold on, bro, let me say what I'm gonna say for a minute. When they were interviewing her, right, they were trying to not give credence to the father's line, because they tried to harp on the Japanese side, but then she was like, hold on a minute, but my father's Haitian. Haitians are on this side. What you gotta understand is, you might look like you're from another nation, but it's according to the father's line.
You might even believe you're
And you,
from
exactly. It's about the father's line, bro. So you might look like a so-called Japanese,
By the seed, right?
you know? Because the thing is, look, man, an apple seed can't become a pear seed, man. You know, it is what it is. You know, I might plant an apple seed over there in China. It might have different characteristics, but it's still gonna be an apple. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, of course. So,
Right,
so
right.
Is it by your direct father's
This little number's
direct-
118, man.
Oh, okay, so how you were saying like your son, and then he kept their grandchildren kept having children with people who were white, because that grandchild's direct father was white.
Because his direct father is me.
It's me, so that's what I'm saying. But direct would mean like your father. So in your lineage, if you are, let's say, the top and your fifth grandson generation, right? Would they still be in Israel?
Yeah.
Because you were at the head of that, right? Okay.
Numbers 1 and 18.
That's why we all come from one of these tribes.
12 tribes.
One of these is a patriarch of each of these families.
Read that.
Numbers 1 and 18, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of the number
Read that
of their
again.
sorry.
Read that
And they
again.
said and they assembled their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers,
See?
according to the number of the names.
So where they actually went forth to establish what tribe they came from was based upon their fathers, right? So like on this side, right, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and so on and so forth, they were all men, right? And that's how you know what tribe you're actually from. When the actual after the flood took place, right? Noah and his 3 sons went forth and populated the actual whole earth. Noah had a son called Ham, right? Everyone who comes from him are Hamites. So if a Hamite goes forth and has sex with a person a part of the 12 tribes of Israel, that kid who comes out is a Hamite because he goes back to Ham. The exact same way with the 12 tribes of Israel, if I go and have sex, with a girl who's white, it don't matter where she's from, the kid is still an Israelite. Now, to answer your question, or what you're saying, if a person looks white and he comes up here, it means that he's a part of the 12 tribes of Israel.
If he's hearing the scripture and
and vibes with the spirit.
Yeah.
That's because the 12 tribes of Israel, as a people, have been scattered amongst all people. Like, for example, if you read here and it says, and their what?
and then
Descendants scattered among all nations. Read this for me.
So before you read that, so you see this 12 tribes, how was this devised? So how do we know it's legitimate, essentially?
Genesis chapter 49, right? Gives Deuteronomy chapter 33 gives certain prophecies through the Spirit which describe characteristics of the tribes.
Okay.
Right. For example, the actual tribe of Gad, right?
Yeah.
Right. And the tribe of Reuben are described as being experts at war, right? Which applies to what? There's the Seminole
Who are they?
Indians. Sorry, where?
Who are the Seminole Indians?
Well,
Where's that?
that's in places like Florida, and so on and so forth. Like even the tribe of Issachar itself, right? So the actual name means he's hired, man. What group of people upon this earth work harder than them? See, but it's spiritual science through prophecy that applies unto each tribe. So this 12 tribe sign here is completely on faith, right?
Faith.
On faith.
And you got
But it's real.
You got historical accounts as well in the scriptures.
Yeah, historical accounts.
pertaining to where certain tribes went.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mention, of course, like all Caribbean countries and all South American
Yeah,
countries.
of course.
So if you were from Brazil, for example, how would you know
Asher.
Asher?
Yeah.
Why? Because it borders those countries.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a mix of people.
But it also borders Argentina as well.
But that's
So
why
it could be either or.
Like I said, you're gonna get a mix of people because, like you said, there's borders, right?
Right. Yeah.
And you're even gonna get some of these other tribes
in the upper tribes.
amongst these.